We got big name developers such as Will Shen and Daryl Bringer that leave the company. They worked on quest design and level designs for Bethesda games for many years now. And a few months ago, they gave a retrospective presentation in which they discussed some frustrations they have working with the company.
So moving forward, we know we have to deal with this new issue of scale and how do we work with this incredibly large team. So by the time we ship Starfield, we have grown even more, but also we are now working with a large number of external groups, well over a dozen.
They scaled up during the development of 76 a lot since previous projects, making collaborations and communication within the company a lot more difficult. It's a lot easier to collaborate with a small team in an office since you can always walk down to Bill's office and ask him some questions, and he can take a few minutes to walk you through his way of thinking. And while you're both there, Margaret from the art design team can also join in and give her take. When you're working with hundreds of people across multiple studios in different cities, these systems don't really work anymore. You'd have to jump on a Teams or a Zoom call and find the right scheduling and all of that, competing with 7 other people who have questions to Bill. So then these collaboration sessions are either postponed or they become emails where a lot of sense is lost, and people usually respond to emails within 2 business days, turning what was once a 30-minute debriefing session into a multi-week process. This is definitely an issue that happens as you add more people onto a project. It is something we call Brooks' Law, where adding more people onto a project doesn't always improve the productivity and can even reduce it. I mean, imagine 2 people screwing in a light bulb. Do we really need 2 people assigned to this task?
And finally, we had to do a lot more tutorials. So I was in OBS Studio a lot making video tutorials. So in Fallout 4, when I needed to teach someone the tool set, I would just sit down with them and answer their questions. But now we were working with people from around the nation, sometimes around the globe. I often didn't know when they would need me, and I often didn't know who might need me or what they would need to know. So it became absolutely critical to do a lot more tutorials and how-tos about every feature of the toolkit.
I actually don't really mind the creation engine as much as other players in the industry. I really like the flexibility you have and the physics system that comes with it. But one of the disadvantages that comes with having a proprietary engine is that it's not a standard in the industry and not everyone is comfortable with it right away. If a developer was very used to working in Unreal, switching to creation can be a challenge and will require a lot of training and onboarding. But when we have the top dogs to be in charge of the training and tutorials, we got a problem. Now, as I said, these 2 top dog employees at Bethesda left as Starfield released. And that was probably due to a bonus being issued at the release of Starfield, which made it actually a perfect time for them to leave. It's not really confirmed, it's just like a theory that everyone has, and it kind of makes sense.